Safety Dog here. There was a day I'm driving my rig down a road. It's a slight hill and I've got parked cars on each side of me and it's winter time and I touch the brakes and all of a sudden the truck starts moving in ways that it's not supposed to move. I know I ain't no dancer. In ways that I'm not supposed to move that truck. That story and more when we come right back.
Welcome to Safety Dog EDU.
All right, welcome back, Safety Dog. Look, we're going to be talking about ice, black ice today. How to detect it. That's what you're going to get in this video. Black ice, when does it form? How does it happen? And why does it happen? So it's all about ice in today's show. Black ice. Man, I tell you, that day, it was a Tuesday night. I remember this so clearly. Tuesday night. Parked cars on each side of the road. I'm driving my truck down the middle. There's not enough room for any oncoming car to pass me. That's how narrow the street was at the time. A bunch of cars parked illegally, and I'm going down the hill. It's winter time. I touch my brakes, and all of a sudden, things start to move the way they're not supposed to. Man, I just about pooped myself. I get back to my office that night and I'm telling my dispatch boss, I said, Dave, man, you can't believe what happened to me today. And I relayed that story to him and he says, Chris, don't you know about black ice? Don't you know about how to detect black ice? I said, Dave, black ice? No, but that must have been what I was on. I didn't see any ice. He said, well, Chris, sit down. Let's talk about it. And he spent the next few minutes that Tuesday night telling me about black ice. He told me that it's all about the temperature outside, and you've got to know what that temperature is outside. It often happens at nighttime. Well, that's true because this was at 5 or 5:30 at night that night when this happened to me. I just about lost it. It happens first in low areas, and I'm thinking of the geographic area that I was in. I'm going, holy geez, Dave, yeah, I gotcha. I'm listening. And it happens on new pavement versus old first. It forms first on new pavement. So these are the things that we're going to be talking about. Dave told me, he said, Chris, it happens right around the freezing temperature. Whether you're a Fahrenheit guy, 28, 29 degrees, 30 degrees, up to about 34, 35 in that range, or whether you're a Celsius guy, -2 to +2, that range, it happens around freezing. That's what you got to know. It happens around the freezing temperature. It happens first on bridges. I said, Dave, bridges? He said, yeah, come on, think about it. The air cools the bridge down first before the rest of the road. I said, oh yeah, that makes sense, Dave, right? It happens first on bridges. It happens in underpasses. And I gave Dave that quizzical look and he says, come on, the air pushes through that underpass and it's going to cool the air surface first. I went, yeah, I gotcha, I'm listening. He says it happens at dusk because the temperature often is falling at dusk. That moisture in the air is going to freeze as the temperature falls. He said, this is why it happens most often at night. I said, wow, Dave, this is awesome. I'm listening. Tell me more. So, black ice, how do you detect black ice? The first thing he said, Chris, turn off the GD radio. Open up your window and listen for the sound of your tires. The moisture on the road should be coming off the tires and hitting that fender. You know what the sound of the moisture of all the wet coming off your tires hitting the fender sounds like, right? I said, yeah, Dave, I've heard it many times. He said, well, if there's no sound, if it sounds like you're on dry pavement, you're in trouble, my friend. I said, Dave, thanks. I'm listening. Keep going. Tell me more. He said, watch for the road spray from the vehicle in front of you. If there's no road spray and the road looks wet, he says, you might be in trouble. I said, oh, Dave, thanks. Back of the mirror, he also told me touch the front side of that mirror. Touch the front side. He said if ice is forming on your mirror, he says 6 feet below, ice could be forming down there. I said, yeah, of course. Be slightly colder down there than it is up here at my mirror. Yeah, it could be forming down there. He says, so these are the ways to detect black ice. Remember about the sound of your tires. Turn off your radio, crank open the window, and listen for the sound of your tires. Watch for that road spray coming off the vehicle in front of you. When you look at a road that looks like this, is that road wet or is it frozen? I've had drivers tell me that it depends on how the light hits. I can tell that it's frozen. Well, this road here, I look at it and I can't tell if that's frozen or wet. You got to be careful out there, so touch the backside of your mirror. What is the safety dog tip? Of course, if the temperature and the conditions are right, now that you know what they are, please slow down, because you know this conversation that's going to happen if you end up leaving the road surface because you hit black ice, and you got to sit down with your safety manager. The safety manager is going to listen to you and you go, hey man, I hit a patch of black ice. Sorry, I lost it. Thank God I didn't hit anybody. And the safety manager goes, yeah, okay, yep, too fast for road conditions. And I've had to do this to drivers, and drivers just cringe when I say that to them. And I say, you should have known that the conditions were right for black ice. I know you get paid by the mile. I know you get paid for productivity, but you got to slow down when the conditions are right. How slow? That's a real tough call. That's a really tough call. So anyways, leave me your comments down below. I appreciate you getting through this whole video. Leave me your comments. What do you think about black ice? How do you have other tips to detect black ice other than the ones that I covered here from Dave? Please leave a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Thanks so much. Safety Dogs out.